one virtual restaurant will make itself known at least once. A ghost franchise that is so popular that any YouTube-addicted 12-year-old would know the menu by heart. In this story, I'm the beauty, and this restaurant is...
Wait, I talked about this on stream before?
Mr. Beast Burger is one of, if not the most popular ghost franchise in the United States. The ghost franchise was created by YouTube's golden boy and Elon Musk reply guy, Jimmy Donaldson, aka Mr. Beast.
We will be spending 24 hours in this insane asylum.
I built 2 massive circles and put 100 boys in one and 100 girls in the other.
I am not eating any food for the next 30 days.
The reason I've waited so long to talk about Mr. Beast Burger is because it utilizes all 3 main forms of ghost kitchens, including trailers. Ghost kitchen trailers are exactly what they sound like. They're a trailer that runs multiple virtual restaurants out of it. Now, the leading company that owns these trailers seems to be Reef Global, but as I've been reading some articles about it, it seems like Reef isn't doing so hot lately. They've had a lot of big companies pull business from them. It even looks like Wendy's had a projected 500 locations set to open, but they cut that deal, and Reef later exited its Houston market and laid off 5% of its workforce amid low sales and a rash of permitting and safety violations. Let me just look up what safety violations there are. Okay, so I just found this Wall Street Journal article called "Ghost Kitchens Are Proving to be a Messy Business as Reef Global Shows." The article starts by saying a few seconds after a cook turned on a stove in a tiny mobile kitchen in a Houston parking lot in April, a fireball erupted from the propane burners, flaring out into the center of the trailer owned by Reef Global Inc. While the cook escaped harm, she happened to open a refrigerator at the same time that shielded her from the flames. It was the second such incident at the same Houston trailer in 4 months. The first one injured a different cook as flames scorched her face and gave her kind of a warning for this to be kind of violent language, so skip forward 10 seconds if you don't want to hear this. Gave her 3rd-degree burns on her hands that caused the skin to peel off her fingers, rendering her unable to work. Wall Street Journal. Did you hear how bad her hands got burnt? How can she work? How can she contribute to the company? A similar fireball in San Francisco injured another Reef employee in the spring, according to the former Reef managers briefed on the 3 incidents. And on top of that, there's also an insider article about leaked Reef emails, where they're talking about nearly a full year of complaints from Mr. Beast Burger, where customers were served uncooked chicken and raw burgers. This is not directly Mr. Beast's fault, and I'm sure this happens with regular fast food franchises, but this problem is a lot more difficult to solve when you have no real locations. And up until very recently, this business was solely run out of ghost kitchens. And in interviews, Jimmy doesn't hide that fact at all. He's actually one of the only people I see being open and honest about their business and ghost kitchens.
Is it cool to own a burger joint?
So when I first started it, this is when COVID was at its height. So we started a virtual restaurant. A lot of restaurants were laying people off. And Beast Burger, originally why we got into it, is it was like a way for restaurants to make extra money.
Yeah.
So if you're a mom and pop and, you know, that lockdowns, you can't even serve people in your fucking restaurant, your revenue just cut in half, you could just start serving Beast Burger. And then anytime anyone within 8 miles places an order, you fulfill it, you get to keep a majority of the revenue.
Yeah.
Now that's a pretty noble motivation to opening up Mr. Beast Burger, but Jimmy just doesn't talk about the fact that they do this also out of existing restaurants that are major corporations, and the fact that they ran them out of Reef trailers.
Anyone, anywhere can just start serving Mr. Beast Burger. You just take our training course, order our ingredients and packaging, and then turn it on all the websites.
So it's the same ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it tastes the same.
And I understand what Jimmy's trying to do, but you really shouldn't make it that accessible for anyone anywhere to start serving Mr. Beast Burger to customers. Because again, I start thinking about the health inspection stuff. People all over the country, primarily kids.
I'm sure all of his restaurants are mom and pops. I think like that's probably beneficial for the mediator in that situation. And I don't think Mr. Beast gives a fucking shit. You know what I mean? They were overpriced and tasted extremely mid in Toronto. I have never had a Mr. Beast burger. I most likely will not be having a Mr. Beast burger anytime soon. Brand risk for sure. Your name is on the burger. I worry you'll actually read one of my shitty comments and permaban me. I'm kidding. They absolutely are not, Lamau. Yeah, no, I know. I assume that, like, This is just literally straight up yet another way to fucking generate revenue. Like it is a way to generate revenue for pre-existing brands, for pre-existing franchises, of course.
Are eating this food.
Ultimately, though, and I gotta repeat this over and over again. If they fucking slapped, I don't give a shit. As long as, you know, they are also maintaining safety standards. That's it. But the reason why I don't eat it is because, like, as much as I've seen it, like, it doesn't. You might want to talk to Will about how you're not eating a Mr. Beast burger. We are not eating a Mr. Beast burger. There is no shot, brother. Food cannot slap. Yes, it can. At the top of the hour, the fucking ad break slaps you in the face. Okay? Which I feel like in my brain, I already did this segue. And I did not run it. Oh, I guess I did the segue, but I forgot to run it then. Because I was like, I think I did a really good segue, but forgot to run the ad break. Yeah. Okay, here. I'm running it now. Because I was looking at, because it shows you your activity. Look. Last ad break I ran was a 60-second commercial ad break in 40 minutes ago. And then I just ran the hour ad break, top of the hour ad break.
You need to have some kind of barrier for the quality of it. And so he's sort of transparent about the Ghost Kitchen stuff in interviews, but let's also look at what he actually told his fans. When the business opened in 2020, this is how it was announced to 144 million people.
Bro, I'm one of those people. Like, until recently, I thought this shit, like, I never watched the Cody interview. I'm one of the fucking people. I literally thought he, like, opened up a burger joint.
I opened up the world's first free restaurant. And if that wasn't enough, I also paid people to eat at my restaurant. Put it on up. Yeah! I've never ran a restaurant before. Bye! And that was our last customer. If you like what you saw in this video, you too can eat Beast Burgers. I literally just opened 300 restaurants all across America. But we only serve people through delivery apps. Basically, open up whatever you use and search Mr. Beast Burger. And you can order anything from our amazing and delicious menu. And like I said, we have hundreds of locations all across America. Just open up your favorite delivery apps and search Mr. Beast Burgers.
So while this isn't a direct lie, I would have liked him to be less vague about opening 300 locations. Because this is the Mr. Beast Burger that 144 million people saw, complete with its own branding and even a drive-thru. And this is the Mr. Beast Burger that I just ordered from. The small business was connected to this building, and when I went in, they didn't even realize that an Uber Eats order for Mr. Beast Burger had come through. Obviously, it appeared as their own business. There was no Mr. Beast branding anywhere. They told me it was going to be a 20-minute wait, so I went back to the car to wait with Chrissy.
Do you think if we ask them, they'll sign this?
I hope. I really hope.
When I finally went back in and was handed the bag, I noticed that it wasn't a Mr. Beast Burger bag. It was one of those regular thank you bags. Regardless, we headed home, bag in hand, bag hanging low.
This is literally a byproduct of just straight up streamlining this process. Quality control is gone. You're like, for all of its faults and failures, like at least McDonald's has like super severe, sometimes very strict, too strict franchising rules, right? Like literally all of these like fast food chains, fast food franchises have like insane rules, which by the way, ironically, they make money off of. Like McDonald's utilizing or McDonald's forcing contracts on ice cream machines, which is why ice cream machines are always fucking broken. You know what I mean? Upon their franchisees. So like they're maxing out on the fucking profits. McDonald's is not a burger place. It's a real estate company. I've about fucking had it with the ghost kitchens in my area. It's out of control. Fuck McDonald's, no condiments, giving ass. Wait, really?
I got 4 items total and ordered it for pickup, so the whole thing ran me $36.
It is taking an artisanal mode of production, the restaurant, and turning it into a central factory, exactly how Marx described production being forced into this form.
They're also not in Mr. Beast packaging either. So, Mr. Beast, NASCAR wings is blowing you out of the fucking water. Now, Beast-style fries are supposed to be seasoned, crinkle-cut fries loaded with caramelized onions, American cheese, pickles, mayo, ketchup, and mustard. What I got was seasoned crinkle-cut fries with cooked onions, American cheese, pickles, and ketchup. You can see right here, this is what they look like, and... So I flipped them back over pretty well, actually. It worked out just fine. And they were average. I do think what would make this order special is the ingredients on the fries, and I didn't get all that I ordered. But this is the best that the order's gonna get, I promise you. Now, the next item on the list was supposed to be a Carl's Deluxe, which is like a patty melt grilled cheese.
No!
But when I pulled it out, I was very confused. Which, is this the Beast Burger? After looking at all of the order later, this was not a Beast-style burger. It was not a Carl's Deluxe. It was one of their Impossible Beast-style burgers. This is what the Impossible Beast-style burger is supposed to look like. And this looks like if somebody drew a...
It looks like a cartoon. Dude, it looks like... Oh, no. That looks like a prop, dude. Oh, my Lord. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Oh,
a burger for me? How is this real? It looks like a Krabby Patty. And when I opened
it literally
it up, it
does.
looked really boring. This looks unbelievably boring. But surprisingly, it also tasted really boring. This tastes like a cafeteria burger. The Impossible Burger is supposed to be smashed, crispy Impossible patties with house seasoning, American cheese, pickles, diced white onions, mayo, ketchup, and brown mustard on a toasted bun. What I got was an Impossible patty, American cheese, shredded lettuce, and a tiny bit of ketchup. There's no sauce on it either. There's just like a little bit of ketchup.
Yeah, there's no quality control, dude. There's no quality control whatsoever. So when there's no quality control, there's nothing like it's like almost impossible to do quality control too. Like, dude, that looks like a blood stain, brother. I wouldn't eat that.
On the bun? The bun was way cheaper than the one looks in the photo. But also, if you examine the meat in the Impossible photo, it looks nothing like this. So what the hell did I just eat? Next up was the crispy chicken tender sandwich, and this one is an easy layup. Everybody knows what comes on a chicken sandwich. It's just chicken, the bun, mayo, pickles,
no ketchup,
and lettuce.
No ketchup.
I was really hoping I would have a positive experience, but all of the ingredients just feel really, really cheap. Like, it just... This doesn't look like a satisfying chicken sandwich. I don't know. It's so dry. What I got was the chicken tender, some shredded lettuce, and a tiny bit of ketchup.
I mean, I think this is literally just people being able to get away with like serving lower quality shit because of the marketing associated with it. But there is 0% chance that this is like once the gimmick is over, or because of how hit or miss it is, like I suspect that I wonder if the gimmick itself like plays into it, because like it seems like you're like you think maybe you have a pop-up kitchen somewhere, you have a Mr. Beast burger maybe at a different place, and you're like, oh, it actually tastes good. Or one of your friends has a Mr. Beast burger somewhere where they actually make like a decent one, and then you fucking turn around and you order it at home. Boom, you just paid. You paid for that, but it was dog shit. You know what I mean? Like you'll never order from there again. Because I've heard this too. Like people say like, I've heard this as well. Ours is actually really good. Like, because you're probably getting it from maybe not like a local mom and pop shop that doesn't really give a shit at that point. They're just like fucking trying to make ends meet. And instead you're getting it from like a Red Robin, which at least has like some level of quality control, I think, even though Red Robins are dog shit too. You know what I mean? These look like vending machine sandwiches being reviewed. Okay, first of all, The vending machine sandwiches, well, not vending machines, but like 7-Eleven sandwiches slap, dude. Ethan's review he did was better than both this video and the other time he reviewed it on the pod. The food was actually branded, cooler boxes. Food was better, but still rough.
Lastly, we had the main event. The very item that carries the name of this Ghost franchise. The Beast Style Burger. And man, this one kind of pissed me off because I ate it, and while I've been editing it, I noticed that the camera got a better angle of the meat than I did. Man, this is supposed to be a smash burger. What the hell is this? Now, when it comes to Mr. Beast Burger, do I think that Jimmy was intentionally trying to mislead people in his video? Or that he ever wanted to serve people uncooked beef? No. Of course not. Jimmy is a little bit younger than me. I think he's like 24, but he's also CEO brained, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't give much thought to anything but making the biggest videos in the world and growing his company. However, I will say that the quality of that food was really bad.
I think this is an incredibly fair assessment. Yeah, literally.
Was probably, no exaggeration, the blandest fast food I've ever had in my entire life. So I think my one piece of advice to Mr. Beast that he's not going to listen to because I have less subscribers than him is just give a little bit more thought into the businesses that you're running, because the Ghost Kitchen stuff is really like the Wild West of food. And there are a lot of really young, impressionable people watching what you do, so you just got to be a little bit careful with the businesses that you run. But that really got me thinking about the psychology of the Ghost Kitchen business. It really seems that a large form of this business is based on deception. And I started to wonder, how easy would it be to trick people into eating food that they've already had, but make them think that it's a brand new restaurant? It seems to happen every single day. We saw it with IHOP and Chili's earlier. So to test this out, I decided to pay thousands of dollars to do a real, legitimate focus group in Los Angeles. Now, to do this, I would need my own virtual restaurant with its own branding. My name is Eddy Burback, so let's go with something like Eddy's Burgers or Burback's Burgers. Burgerback. I also needed a fake logo to put on the pack.
Why didn't he fucking sell it as Bareback Burgers, dude? Missed opportunity. Eddy Bareback. You want to hit that burger raw. You want to raw dog that burger.
So I'm pretty new to graphic design, but I worked like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 days on this logo. I think I did a really great job. There actually might be a path for me in graphic design and not in YouTube anymore. So I'm sorry, I'm just very proud of it. As the group entered the room, I realized that I had put up thousands of dollars, and the entire point I'm trying to make
what the fuck?
on the results of this focus group.
That's
so
a
my
YouTuber.
nerves were high.
Hi, everyone.
That's Jack's Films, right?
Thank you all for coming in today. My name is Jack, and we're holding this group on behalf of an exciting new fast food restaurant, Burback.
Now, before they tasted the burgers, I'll be honest, I was a little vain, and I added a question to see how much people would like my logo.
So, before you is the official Burback logo, and I want to ask you all, what are your initial thoughts about the logo?
It's lame.
It's lame?
You said, be honest.
No, we want that. Bland, okay.
Look at his fucking face.
Oh, that's
Simpsons.
good.
Interesting.
I guess they just don't have an eye for logos. I guess they're just wrong. But it was finally time to taste the burgers. So Burger A was a Carl's Jr. Famous Star, and Burger B was one that we picked up from a local restaurant down the street. Both burgers had the same ingredients and were repackaged under the Burback logo. So we started by bringing Burger A out to the group. One of them compared it to a Burger King burger, and another person even said this.
Kind of remind me of a Famous Star from like Carl's Jr.
I don't Jamie saw.
You said what from Carl's Jr.?
Like a Famous Star.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So he said it reminded him of a Carl's Jr. Famous Star, but he didn't say that it was a Carl's Jr. Famous Star. And then Burger B from LA Tavern was brought out to the group. It was immediately clear that they liked this burger much more than the last.
I feel like with the bread on this one, it's a better bite.
They thought the Carl's Jr. burger was bland, but the one from the local restaurant seemed to be a hit. After tasting both burgers, we asked the group to identify which one they thought was a fast food burger and which one they thought came from a local restaurant.
One was fast food.
Yep.
I think.
One was fast food, and you think this one is the
Original.
family owned?
This feels more homemade.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
To my surprise, they identified the Carl's Jr. burger as a fast food burger and the burger from LA Tavern down the street as a local family-owned restaurant burger. But I don't understand. IHOP and Chili's have been doing this. I thought this was easy to trick people. So we held a second group to see if the results would be the same, testing out two things. One, if they could identify the burger like the first group, and two, if one of them would finally be honest and say they liked my logo.
And I just wanted to ask your honest opinion. What do you think about the logo?
I want to say basic.
Basic? Okay.
I don't get the name of it. I need more
Okay.
context. All I think is Burback. Like when it was like, what's a burger back?
Kind of generic.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, it's a focus group, so they're gonna give their honest opinion, and sometimes people's honest opinions can be wrong or dumb or bad or wrong and bad and stupid and hurtful and mean. And after that, the focus group went the exact same as the one before it. They all unanimously voted A for fast food and B for local.
So the second one I think is from the local.
Is that kind of everyone's
Yeah.
thought here?
So even though nobody stopped during the taste test and said, I think this is a Carl's Jr. burger, I think you're lying to me, I may have wasted thousands of dollars in disproving my own point. It seems that ghost kitchens aren't that deceiving because people can tell the difference between what's a fast food burger and what's a local chain burger, which is a huge bummer.
Well, the point is, it doesn't matter, right? Because, like, the scam comes because you can't, like, put it in your mouth before you order it.
Because I feel like I put the whole point of the video on this focus group, and now I feel like I've been proven wrong. Or I lied. Because while Burger A is a famous star from Carl's Jr., LA Tavern is not a real restaurant. In fact, that photo you saw was a random building that I picked off of Street View. And the focus group did not correctly vote between what was a local restaurant burger and what was a fast food burger because Burger B was Jack in the Box this whole time. Both focus groups tasted two fast food burgers and incorrectly said that one was from a local restaurant. So I think it's pretty clear that I made everyone in that focus group look dumb. Now,
Yeah, look, listen, that plot twist makes no sense. What I just said is still, like, because ultimately, when you're fucking ordering on the phone or on your app, it literally doesn't matter. It's still fucking, you just don't know. If it's shit, it's shit.
obviously, I'm joking because they aren't dumb. I lied to the people in that focus group about the food they were eating, and they believed me. And I also lied to you about the food I was feeding them, and you believed me. Because it is not a person's job when they pay for food to investigate whether they're being lied to or not.
Yeah,
I have spent the
exactly.
first part of this year ordering food and then spending hours trying to figure out how it was made and what the story behind it was. It would be completely normal for a focus group to be held to test which burger tastes better from a company. You know what's not normal? Being part of a focus group where you're being lied to by a YouTuber who's trying to prove a point. Nobody would think that's what was happening. Much like if I went onto a delivery app and tried to order a burger from a local place, it would be insane for me to randomly assume that it's a Chili's, or that it's from one building that has 44 other restaurants running out of it, or that it's from some weird mobile trailer that has a bunch of explosions burning their employees. And I don't have a solution to this problem. I mean, what do I know? I'm a comedian on YouTube. That's like the lowest job in society. Now, I don't think this will happen, but I think at the very least, delivery apps should add some kind of tag where you can see what's a virtual restaurant and what's a real brick and mortar place. Because if you're supporting a restaurant with your dollar to get some food in return, the very least they can do is let you know where that food is coming from. Especially if it's like an IHOP or a Chili's or one of those mobile trailers in a Houston parking lot. Dude, I ordered tacos and I looked up the street view on Google and it was the fucking Winnebago from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, ultimately, if there was better regulation and better quality control, and lastly, if it tasted good, I don't think anybody would give a shit. But the fact that they are deceptive and offer low quality. Because, like, look, I'll be honest, it would suck for all the other restaurants that are getting, like, played, right? It sucks for all the other restaurants that are absolutely, by the way, this is a fucking banger vid. Holy shit. I remember when merch used to be a hoodie or maybe a phone case if you were extra fancy. We are out here dropping burgers now. Yeah, that's literally the same principle, by the way. We are now drop shipping burgers. It's true. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same principle. It's the exact same concept. Surprised I haven't subscribed to Eddy Burback himself, dude. That's crazy. When are we getting the 9/11 burger? Brother, if I was going to do drop shipping food, you think I wouldn't do Turkish food? Are you kidding me? That's insane. Easy clap. The issue is that it is really, really, really difficult to get like good Turkish food. And you guys know how much effort I put into even making merchandise, and I don't even like making merchandise. I fucking hate it. And then everybody yells at me. I would never be able to make like a legit type of donut. Like these places are not going to be able to support what I want to make. It would never be done that way. Here's a logo for your restaurant. HasanAbi Head's all natural vegan burgers. There's a poop sock in there, you fucking asshole. Persians live up here in the Bay, bozo. Why move? Move, why don't you? Wait, what do you mean?